True Papa.
It's quiz time on Love 80s. But what's the answer?
She's like the wind. She's got the wind.
She's like the wind
Through my tree.
through my tree. She rides the night next to me. She leads me through moonlight.
Oh, it burned me with the sun.
She's taking my heart.
She doesn't know what she's done.
Feel the breath in my face. Her body close to me. Can't look in her eyes. She's out of my league. Just a fool to believe I have anything she needs.
She's got the wind.
She's like the wind. I look in the mirror and all I see is a young old man with only a dream. Am I just fooling myself that she'll stop the pain? Living without her, I go insane. Feel the breath in my face, her body close to me. Can't look in her eyes. She's out of my league. Just a fool to believe I am anything she needs. She's like the wind. Feel your breath in my face. Your body close to me. Can't look in your eyes. You're out of my league.
Ooh. She's like the wind.
This is Love 80s.
Manchester.
You don't know how bad I got it.
You got it easy. You don't know when you've got it good. It's getting harder. Just keeping life and soul together. I'm sick of fighting, even though I know I should. The cold is biting. Through each and every nerve and fiber. My
for just one day. Old Nick Kershaw, mate. I used to have hair like him when I was young. Fucking any hair now.
Manchester. Another big song from the 80s is moments away.
At Talk Talk, we're helping the nation to save money on their broadband. Right now, you could save over £200 versus BT, Sky and EE over 18 months on 900 megabits per second full fibre with total home Wi-Fi for just £49 a month. Keep more money in your pocket. Search Talk Talk. Talk Talk for everyone. CPI plus 3.7% annual increase from April 2023. Saving over 18 months versus BT, Sky and EE's equivalent packages as of 15th June 22. Verify at talktalk.co.uk/future fibre. Subject to local availability.
If you've had a cough for 3 weeks or more, don't just ignore it.
I fucking got one now.
It could be a warning sign. A cough you just can't shake off is a sign of cancer. It's probably nothing serious, but finding cancer early makes it more treatable. Your NHS wants to see you. Contact your GP practice. Help us help you.
And now, another big song from the 80s on Love 80s Manchester.
Oh, what a fucking banger, bro. What an absolute tune. Rest in peace, Eddie, bro. Fucking classic. I get up and nothing gets me down. Okay, I'm making another coffee. I know about to do. Wash them pots and all while I'm there.
Manchester. Another big song from the 80s is moments away.
Hey Manchester, it's EE here. How you doing? High fives all around for those who are already using our mobile network. You've got the fastest in your city. For the other mobile networks, sure, why not? High fives for you as well. Up high, on the side, down low. Oh, you're too slow. That's because EE is faster than O2, Vodafone, Free, and Sky right here in Manchester. I think that's probably enough high fives for now. EE. When it counts, count on EE.
Findings based on Metrics UK Risk Score Report H1 2022. For more information, visit ee.co.uk/claims.
Ollie's Thank You Finest Burgers.
Because I always struggled with reading, Mum suggested we cook burgers instead. I think it was just so I'd read the recipe again and again. She's clever like that.
Make your own with Tesco Finest Ultimate Brisket and Chuck Burgers. Made with succulent cuts of prime Aberdeen Angus beef. Now just £2.50 with your Tesco Club card or app. Food Love Stories, brought to you by Tesco. Majority of larger stores, well stocked last, regular price £3, Club card or app required, N608, service suggestion excludes NI.
Hang on, I can't stop boiling water now, in the middle of an economic crisis. I think I can hold on for a little longer. Yeah, kettles don't think like that. Well, they don't even think. That's why Currys is offering a range of summer inflation busters, including cash for trash. Bring in any old appliance, even if it's broken, and we'll give you at least £5 off your next purchase. Currys, we've got your back, now more than ever. Minimum spend exclusions and promotional T's and C's apply. See currys.co.uk for full details.
And now, another big song from the 80s. On Love 80s Manchester. Love 80s.
Manchester.
Not stopping me smoking anyway. If it wants to live in my lungs, mate, it better get used to fucking shit that's gonna fucking swamp it. Determined to push this off, aren't you? Move. I've had enough now, move. Trying to fling everything up fucking floor, you're doing me nothing. Fucking dog. Why the fuck you fling it all on the floor all the time, you think? Right, get up now. Push it off again, you're not getting on. Oh. Get up, you fool. Alright, fuck off, do what you want. I ain't gonna beg you to get off.
From the decade that brought you Clash of the Titans and Boulder Dash. This is Love 80s Manchester.
Phil Collins, isn't it? Wonder what song were them.
She calls out to the man on the street. Sir, can you help me? It's cold and I know where to sleep. There's somewhere you can tell me. He walks on, doesn't look back. He pretends he can't hear her. Starts to whistle as he crosses the street. Seems embarrassed to be there. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. She calls out to the man on the street. He can see she's been crying. She's got blisters on the soles of her feet. She can't walk, but she's trying. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice, it's just another day for you and me in paradise. Just think about it. You can tell from the lines on her face. You can see that she's been there. Probably been moved on from every place. 'Cause she didn't fit in there. Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice, it's just another day for you and me in paradise. Just think about it. Think about it. It's just another day for you and me in paradise. It's just another day for you and me in paradise.
Love 80s
Manchester.
Love 80s Manchester entertainment news.
Ben Stiller says he was really taken by the resilience of the people of Ukraine and of the president while reflecting on the time he spent in the war-torn country. The 56-year-old American actor and producer, who gained recognition for his roles in films such as Zoolander and the Meet the Parents trilogy, visited the country in June as part of his long-term role as a goodwill ambassador for UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency. Irvine Welsh has married actress Emma Curry, sharing the news on his Instagram. Alongside a picture of the couple sat on a bench in their wedding attire with Curry's bouquet to one side, Welsh wrote, "Not tied, all good in the world, see you later, alligators." And Kim Kardashian has praised her younger sister Kylie Jenner on her 25th birthday for providing so much love and happiness. In a post on Instagram, the 41-year-old reality TV star shared a collection of photos of her and Jenner hugging and drinking together.
Love 80s.
Manchester.
HelloFresh keep ingredients cold and fresh. The ingredients make only one stop between the supplier.
The Smart Soak system has improved our carbon index by initially about 15 days. Over the first 18 months, we came down from 450.
Last night a DJ saved my life from a broken heart. Last night a DJ saved my life. Last night a DJ saved my life with a song. So I hopped into my car, didn't get very far, no. So I had you on my mind. Why be so unkind? Got women all around this town. Something over you, I didn't know what to do. But when I turned on my radio, I got all I need to know. Check it out. Last night a DJ saved my life. Last night a DJ saved my life from a broken heart. Last night a DJ saved my life. Last night a DJ saved my life with a song. Last night a DJ saved my life. Last night a DJ saved my life from a broken heart. Last night a DJ saved my life. Last night a DJ saved my life with a song. Hey, listen to your local DJ. You better hear what he's got to say.
It's not a problem that I can't fix, cause I can do it in the mix. And if your man gives you trouble, just to move out on the double, and you don't let it trouble your brain, cause away goes trouble down the drain. Said away goes trouble down the drain.
Well, alright.
It's not a problem that I can't fix. Cause I can do it in the mix. Cause I can do it in the mix. In the mix.
You're listening to Love 80s Radio, but what were we watching at the cinema in the decade of decadence? Well, back in 1988, Tim Burton directed the movie Beetlejuice, which starred Alec Baldwin and Michael Keaton. The film won an Oscar for Best Makeup and was the first movie sent out on DVD by Netflix back in 1998.
Fucking Netflix in 1998. Fuck's sake. Kind of hurts my cough. I'll be watching you.
Manchester. Another big song from the 80s is moments away.
Oh no, now what do I do?
Go left, indicators on. Go left, at the next junction. Go left, find an emergency zone. Go left, don't forget your phone. Go left,
car breaks down on the motorway, remember one thing. Go left. Search Go Left. National Highways.
You need a nourishment.
A nugget tent.
A nourishment.
A spud cement.
Hit that afternoon slump? Grab it.
Oh, nourishment.
Find it in major supermarkets and independent stores.
Nourishment contains vitamin C, B6 and B12, which aids a reduction of fire dress, flat knees, tiredness and fatigue.
Oh, look at that pocket mirror. Cute.
No, that's a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4.
Wait, it was so tiny, but it just unfolded into a full... size phone.
Wow. And now she's watching a movie while getting her hair done.
Well.
It's always been about craft for us. It always will be. We're guided by now.
Flexible design for any situation with the Galaxy Z Flip 4. A serious flex. Pre-order yours at Samsung.com before 25th of August and get a guaranteed £250 off when you trade in any smartphone in any condition. T's and C's apply.
It's official. Bullet Train is the hit of the summer.
Really? Did you Google it?
Critics agree. It's deliciously cool, unmissable, a modern gem, a blast.
See what I'm doing?
Big stunts and big laughter.
Sounds easy when you say it.
From the director of Deadpool 2, Brad Pitt. Bullet Train. See it now. Exclusively at cinemas. Rated 15.
And now, another big song from the 80s on Love 80s Manchester.
Oh dear.
But did you want to leave it?
quiz time on Love 80s. But what's the answer?
Who recorded a song called Africa in 1983?
wasn't it?
And it was Toto who recorded a song called Africa back in 1983.
Piano. Fucking mad snot. Mad snag. Mad snag, bro.
There is good and bad in everyone. We learn to live. We learn to give each other what we need to survive. Together alive. Ivory, live together in
Perfect.
harmony. Side by side on my piano keyboard. Oh Lord, why don't we? We all know that people are the same wherever you go. There is good and bad in everyone. We learn to live when we learn to give each other what we need to survive. Together alive, ebony and ivory, live together in perfect harmony. Side by side on my piano keyboard. Oh Lord, why don't we? Side by side on my piano keyboard. Oh Lord, why don't we?
Love 80s. Love 80s takes you back.
It was in this month in 1989 that Billy Joel fired his manager and former brother-in-law following accounting discrepancies. He later sued him for $90 million.
Tell me why
doing? High fives all around for those who are already using our mobile network. You've got the fastest in your city. For the other mobile networks, sure, why not? High fives for you as well. Up high, on the side, down low. Oh, you're too slow. That's because EE is faster than O2, Vodafone, Free, and Sky right here in Manchester. I think that's probably enough high fives for now. EE. When it counts, count on EE. Findings based on Remetrics UK Root Score Report H1 2022. For more information, visit ee.co.uk/claims.
Great party. Oh, thank you, darling. This house. Wow. So much space. What did you pay for it? Which is such a silly question, you know, because it's not about the price tag, is it? It's about the memories we create. That's what I always say. About houses.
Ouch. If you want to know, just...
I really trust Adobe Acrobat, and it actually underpins hybrid working and what that means to us.
That's super. We know what a home is really worth.
And Aladdin's Cave, a treasure trove. Reclaimed World is Cheshire's best kept secret. A unique antique salvage and reclamation emporium, Reclaimed World offers a vast range of beautiful furniture and vintage items for your home. Love your garden? Explore our 3-acre wonderland.
What will you discover at Reclaimed World?
Where shopping is a pleasure. Open Monday to Saturday on the A49 near Tarpley. CW6.
To make a big difference to your business without a big cost. Advertise on Love 80s Radio. Email us at studio@love80sradio.co.uk.
That's 5 in a row!
Join us online at Gala Bingo, where a little joy goes a long way.
18 plus terms and conditions apply. Please gamble responsibly.
From home to the office to meetings, wherever your staff go, a MacBook Pro can go too. For over 25 years, Sync has brought the power of Apple to local businesses in Manchester. Invest in new ways of working from just £19 per month. Find out more at wearesync.co.uk/Mac or visit our store on Deansgate. Sync. Business ready. Excludes 20% VAT. Minimum term applies.
Diet Coke is for lovers. Lovers of anything. Even lovers of love. In the form of the most classic love story, where one human meets 30 other humans who may or may not be here for the right reasons. Because there's nothing cooler than enjoying an episode of something critics have called the worst thing on television without caring what anyone else thinks. Love what you love. Diet Coke.
If you've had a cough for 3 weeks or more, don't just ignore it. It could be a warning sign. A cough you just can't shake off could be a sign of cancer. It's probably nothing serious, but finding cancer early makes it more treatable. Your NHS wants to see you. Contact your GP practice. Help us help you.
Online and on DAB Digital Radio. The station devoted to the decade of decadence.
This is Love 80s, Manchester.
Temperatures are expected to soar across the country over the next few days, and an amber extreme heat warning's in place for much of England and Wales.
Glad
While
I'm off
we're all
work,
being
then.
encouraged to look after ourselves during the heat wave, we're also being urged to keep an eye on our pets. Police in Nottinghamshire had to smash a car window to save the life of a dog who'd been left in a hot car earlier this week.
He's a fucking dog in the armour. Not bad.
Let's try to pour a bit of water in the pot. You're not even a young dog, are you?
A man accused of being a member of the Islamic terror cell known as the Beatles has appeared in court in London. 38-year-old Ain Leslie Davis is charged with a string of terrorism offences. New data shows July was one of the worst months ever for A&Es in England. Record numbers of patients waited more than 12 hours to be admitted, and the lowest proportion of people were seen within 4 hours. The Foreign Secretary says that helping university students is one of her priorities if she's elected as Conservative Party leader. Speaking on the People's Forum with Liz Truss on GB News, she says those in higher education had it tough during COVID.
Students have had a very, very raw deal during the pandemic, not getting face-to-face lectures, often having to pay for accommodation twice. And what I would make sure is universities are held to account for delivering that. Otherwise, they should have to give a refund to students who aren't getting what they've paid for.
And the singer Fleur East is the latest celebrity to sign up for Strictly Come Dancing. The 34-year-old, who was on the second series of The X Factor in 2005, is the 12th confirmed name for the upcoming series. That's the latest from Radio News Hub. I'm Edward Breslin.
If you bought a timeshare in Spain or the Canary Islands after 5th of January 1999, if you bought it while on holiday and paid money during the 14-day cooling-off period, you may have been missold. MyTimeshareClaim.co.uk has helped thousands of timeshare owners exit their contract and receive substantial compensation. To find out if you're eligible, visit MyTimeshareClaim.co.uk or text TIME to 78900 today.
Love 80s Manchester weather.
Much of England and Wales will be sunny and very hot through today, with an extreme heat warning in place. Highs of 32 degrees Celsius.
Now, another hour of hits from music's finest decade, the
Fucking well done,
1980s, on DAB digital radio and online.
We are Love 80s.
This can be too much. Born in the USA. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking neck's aching. Right, really stiff neck, bad. Smeggy nose. Bit of a cough. Feeling tired, like I've just fucking run a marathon or something. Thank you. Other than that, Right. I can still smell, I can still taste. I'm still fucking smoking, so it ain't that bad, is it? I won't be smoking if it was fucking that bad. Born in the USA. Push it out of my system, mate. Fuck it. Push it out. Born in the USA.
You're listening to Love 80s Radio, but what were we watching on the TV in the decade of decadence? Well, back in 1982, Britain received a new TV channel when Channel 4 television launched in November.
Just why I stayed around when all I found was a heartache. I believed your every word, didn't know the hurt and pain that you'd make. But why did it take so long?
you, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
Madam President! Oh, no.
Doctor, we need your help.
All hands on deck here. Patient being fixed. Give me 150 cc's. She's not responding. She's dropping. Hold on. We're losing her. I'm a death.
Fucking pigeons, man. Pass me my gun.
Listen, no one can know that the president is dead. If word gets out, Bridges is finished. Now what happened here does not leave this room. Do you understand?
Yes, Director. But there's still the matter of the body. Without corpse disposal.
We've got that covered. Sam, before she died, the president made a contract with you. What are you talking about? As a member of Bridges, you're gonna work with the rest of us to rebuild America.
You think you can recruit me? Like she tried to?
Well, she succeeded. Look at your wrist. If that's not symbolic, I don't know what is.
Director, the cancer spread throughout her entire body. Harvesting organs is out of the question, and there is no need for an autopsy. Her body needs to be cremated before she necrotizes.
And if we don't, this place will turn into another crater.
What do you want me to do?
We don't have any porters right now. And the CD team you went into the field with are dead. But the president's body has to be burned.
The road from Capital Knot City to the incinerator was compromised in the void out. Now, the only way there is on foot, through the mountains. But the chiral density there is off the chart. It's gotta be BTs.
This job has requirements. Tombs. Repatriate.
So me? Why?
Sam, you're already on the clock.
Now get it done, Sam Porter Bridges. Can I have a moment? President Strand believed in American Reconstructionism. She worked tirelessly to bring the nation together again. And without her, there would be no Bridges. She deserves a funeral with full honors. But we can't give her that. If she dies, America dies.
Without her, Bridges will cease to be.
Listen. Her cremation must be carried out with the utmost secrecy.
Even if we pull it off, what then? Who's gonna take her place? Face it, America's history.
Sam, America isn't dead yet.
He just said that it dies if Bridget dies.
She may be lost to us, but we still have an America worthy of the presidency.
Sorry, what?
Let's not get into it now. What matters is that we're going to finish your mother's work and
Fucking
rebuild
snotty
America
nose.
as she intended. That's the reason Bridges exists. So take the first step, Sam, and deliver the president's body to the incinerator.
But if we don't all come together again, humanity will not survive. You're the one I wanted to see, Sam. Time's running out. I love you, Sam. I'll be waiting for you on the beach.
The facilities to the southwest. Remember that you'll be passing through BT territory.
We built the incinerator way up in the mountains so that the chiral matter in the smoke wouldn't reach the city. It won't be easy carrying a body up there.
We'll be monitoring you around the clock. If anything comes up, we'll offer you support via the cufflinks.
Chiralium density in the area is climbing rapidly. Heavy timefall is imminent. Get back here, now.
Sam, burn the other cargo while you're there.
What's this?
BB-28. It's the unit Igor was assigned. It was hooked up to you when we found you in the crater.
But why is it here?
Because it's flagged for disposal. Central Knot's gone, and our headquarters along with it. Because that thing didn't do its job. It's all in Igor's logs.
But it's still alive.
It can't be repaired, and it can't survive outside the pod. Pity it if you want, but the decision has been made. It has to go. The director approved the order.
Damn it, must have lost you in the blackout. Sam, what's your status? Chiralium density is still increasing.
My status is fucked. There's tons of them.
Must be from the bodies we couldn't get up to the incinerator in time. Comes with the territory, I'm afraid.
Can you sit out the rain?
No. They're closing in on my position. I have to move before they realize I'm in here.
Sam, if one of those things eats you, it'll trigger a void out. You'll come back, sure, but the surrounding area will still be a crater.
I got an idea. Start, you shit. Maybe you are defective. That's it. Do your thing.
It's a miracle either of you made it back. When someone with dooms hooks up to a BB, your feelings and memories cause feedback, like with a speaker. It amplifies fears and stress, and runs the risk of taking you to a place from which you will not return. I'm sorry, but this BB has been pushed beyond its limits. Disposal is the only option.
Sam, get cleaned up and come to the president's office. We need to talk.
Don't worry. It's okay. I'll always be with you.
Yeah. Oh, where's my fucking charger? Where did I leave it?
See the sunset.
Where did I leave my charger?
Let that yawn out. There's no pretend.
Fucking the green edition, like cactus fruit. Didn't know it was cactus fruit. What the fuck? This is not Red Bull at all. Red Bull.
Can't watch her, she's a fucking loony tune. Absolute fucking loony. Fucking loony. Loony.
Was a duet for David Bowie and Mick Jagger.
It must have broke your poorly long when the boys used to say you look better in the dark.
Can't beat a bit of UB40, mate. Yeah. How much battery life have I got on this?
That brought you Dallas and the Commodore 64. This is Love 80s Manchester. There you go, everyone. Welcome back.
You alright? You're not too warm. You will be when that sun comes around there. You have to go in the house then, mate. Ain't you? Go. Hee-hee! Fuck me, I've been going nearly an hour and a half now this set out. Shocking behaviour. You make me feel. I might try Twitch. I might try Tango, go on Tango. I do feel like fucking bunged up. I was coughing in bed last night and it was fucking hurting, like my rib cage. Like every time I coughed, it was like fucking hell. It's not so bad now. There's a thick ass line though on it, mate. So I must have it bad. I go by thickness on fucking on Rona test. It's a thick ass line. So I must have it. I must be at my peak. Alright, Davey, mate. I've got fucking Rona, bro.
80s.
Play down, you moose. I got fucking look. Shit. As if I've gone all this time, mate, without getting it, and then fucking then bosh. Look how thick that line is and all. I must have it bad. It's not stopping me fucking chain smoking now. Just feels like a cold. Fucking snotty nose and aching and feels like a cold. Work have said I have to take 5 days. I can return back to work if I feel up to it, but I've got to wear a mask. I ain't going to work and wearing a fucking mask, mate, in this heat. It ain't happening. Fuck that. I'll take my fucking excuse, mate, and have 5 days off in these temperatures. Yeah, fucking first time. I've got all this time, mate. I thought I were immune, because all the kids have had it. One of them's had it twice. Our lass has never had it, so no doubt she'll get it off me now. But she gets it off me. I've just messaged her at work and they've made her put a fucking mask on at work. She's fucking fuming. So I'm guessing she'll be working at home, from home, for the rest of the week. Well, she's only got tomorrow, to be fair. Fucking work. Yeah, you can come, if you feel up to it, you can come in, as long as you wear a mask. It's like, mask ain't gonna stop me giving fucking people it, mate. Hey. Alright, but you don't want to be giving it to old fucking people, you know? Pensioners and that are getting on bus. You don't want to give them it, do you? And I know there's quite a few people that have not even had fucking vaccine. They won't even have it. I reckon if I hadn't have had vaccines and fucking boosters and that, I reckon it would have fucking knocked me on my arse, but it's only mild so far, touch wood. It's only fucking mild, mate. I've had worse colds. It might change, you know. During the course of today, I might get bad. I only got about 2 hours sleep last night, but I put that down to fucking eat. Exactly what about things you touch, yeah. Well, I was gonna make fucking dinner, mate, and I've already told our lass we're having fucking a takeaway. Just go around the house spraying everything with fucking disinfectant. Not that that matters, because if they're gonna catch it, they're gonna fucking catch it. There'll always be a door handle or something, or they'll fucking touch something like that. Ain't about sitting in the house wearing a fucking mask. I'll sleep out here anyway. It's that fucking hot. Just sleep out here. Yeah, the funny part about it is when I go to work, we have to check bus before we go out. And one of the things about checking bus is you need to press all bells. So I'll be going up and down bus first thing in the morning or fucking start shift, pressing every bell. So every cunt then that presses bell is going to fucking be touching it, aren't they? It's a proper fucking way of spreading it, mate. Or newspapers that we pick up and fucking put on bus. Mass spreader. No, I've not. I can still smell and taste. I'm bunged up, snotty, you know what I mean? But I can still smell and taste, thank God. I know what lad said when he got it, he couldn't smell or taste, and he still struggles to smell stuff now. And he got it fucking ages ago, about a year ago he got it. He's had it twice. But I haven't been out of the fucking house. I went to the shop yesterday, that's about it. So I don't know where I fucking got it from. Fuck knows. There were a driver, fucking, when was it? Sunday, Monday? Passed his passengers to me, he said he just tested positive and he were going home. And he was stood right outside at fucking cab window like, telling me, and I'm like, fuck you. So you're breathing it all over me as you're explaining, you daft cunt. I probably got it from him. But that was like fucking 5 days ago or something. Four or 5 days ago, that. Give it a few days. Mate, I don't know what I'm going to do if I can't fucking taste beer. Mind you, it's on a Carlin that I've got anyway, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Talking of Carlin, I might crack one up and times it 4-1. Can take a week to show. Yeah, I bet it's in then. I bet it's fucking in. But give me it, the cunt. Oh yeah, I'm just transferring, let him on, they've just got off mine. Fucking inches away from me, the prick. Fucking Doyle 'em. See if I can taste this. Gotta keep your blood thin, you know. Yeah, still tastes like fizzy water. No difference there. No difference there. Anyway, back to work, see you later. Yeah, dude. Don't work too hard in this fucking heat, mate. Fucking crazy temperatures. I hope day goes quick for you.
It's the Mix Radio 80s.
Actually, Carlin tastes better. It tastes better. Gotta look on bright side. Fucking bored. Bored. I never thought I'd fucking get it, you know. But I fucking have. Oh, the sun's coming round now. Can't see too much sun. Maybe it's not a good idea drinking. Maybe it's not a good idea. Fuck it. If it knocks me out and makes me fucking go to sleep. Good. I didn't get much sleep last night. The Cure, I think. Yeah, it is. Balls. Fucking dog hairs get everywhere. They're even in my tobacco, mate. I'm smoking fucking dog's DNA. Fuck's sake. Somebody were giving a Great Dane away last night. Looked exactly like mine, like his. 8-year-old, old as well. A lot bigger than her. Fucking huge. Don't know why they'd be giving a dog away when it's 8-year-old, especially a Dane. Didn't get on well with other dogs, so no way we could have taken it. Otherwise I would have. Nearly twice the size of her. Fucking massive. Do you have to fucking log these anymore? You have to log them? Like on website? I don't think you do, do you?
The Mix Radio 80s.
Don't know what this song is, bro.
Your phone will be out of storage. Clean up now. Storage full. Click clean now. Your phone runs slow.
Fucking adverts. That's what we do. Fuck off. Ah. Hey.
There are, right, and
Jesse is going to start with the team news and then we'll start with Adam after that.
Can I take this, Jordan? Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, I just want to start on the injury front like normal. We've had a lot more guys in training this week, so Adam, Luke, and Luis have all entered training and are eligible for the weekend. Still, juniors probably a couple weeks behind. The same with Luke Ayling, although he had a visit to his surgeon down in London, and the surgeon said that he's ahead of schedule and looking really good, and he just needs a little bit more time. And then Stuart Dallas I saw on the pitch today, moving around a little bit, so that was an exciting moment for us. And then Danny Vanderhoovel is still working on his neck, but looking positive as well. So, but we've got more options this week, which is what we felt would be the case last week. Good.
That's really good news.
Yeah.
Clearly, Jesse, what about Louis in particular? He only saw 12 minutes on the game time. How's he looking now? To say that he's eligible, that's a big step forward, yeah?
Sorry, you're saying Luis?
With Luis, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big step forward.
Yeah. So when he picked up the hamstring injury, it was from a contact, which is not the same as when it's from a non-contact, right? And then what the recovery is like can be different as well.
Could
so
just move Leeds United over
we've
to
been
New
cautious
York.
with him, but he's felt so good
Yeah,
that we
right.
introduced him into training, and then he was like a neutral player one day, and then yesterday he was all in, and he looked fantastic. So he's obviously not 100% fit, but I still think there's a good possibility that he can help us with limited minutes.
God.
The decision to change things around, is that a big one in your mind, or is it not a headache for you?
No, I think first of all, clearly our focus is on this match and how important it is, and staying in the moment is always really important. But even watching now the draw last night and knowing that in 2 weeks we have 5 matches in 2 weeks, that we have to have a full roster squad available of guys that can be ready to perform at every moment, that will be important. And so we purposely have tried to build more depth into our squad for moments like this. And I always get excited when guys get opportunities, because everyone here works really hard and everyone deserves chances, and it's just about finding the right
moving.
moments.
I can't fucking see it. Something like this. It's fucking
Not
wild.
great result, obviously, for their performance last time. This game last year was particularly poor performance. I know it's got no relevance to you, Jesse, but one of the players spoke to me earlier and he said, we don't want to do what we did last time. We
Okay.
want to lose at Southampton.
Yeah, for sure.
This is, for fans of ours, this is a big moment.
Yeah, I mean, for us in general, I don't think we've changed too much on the week. There wasn't, we went through the game against Wolves, and we talked about the things that we thought we could have done better and how it applies to what Southampton will be. We're not overly satisfied with just the 3 points in the first match.
Fucking
Obviously, it was a
grey,
good
I'm
first
going
step, but we know we have a lot of work to do, and I think the mentality of the group to
grey.
improve, get better, and seize every moment is definitely there. So, and for me personally, I know that going down to Southampton won't be easy, that it's going to be very hot, and that will be a factor in the match, and so we have to manage that well, and then we have to know that for a club like us where we are right now, every game in this league is a massive challenge, and we have to
Come on,
treat it
big
as such.
slaphead.
So we're not getting ahead of ourselves, and we know how important each match is, and certainly in the moment now, this match, and if we can find a way to come away with something out of Southampton, that'll help us keep momentum moving in the right direction.
You mentioned the way there, Jess, it's great occupation here, or preoccupation in England it is, but it is unusual at the moment.
Yeah.
How's it limited training, or how's it affected training for you ahead of
Well, one thing about football in the U.S. or sport in the U.S. in the summer is it's hot. It's always hot. It's blistering. And so there are things that I've learned about how to handle fatigue, heat, and managing matches that way. When I was in New York, the discussion was always, well, can you play pressing football in the heat in the summer? And actually our record during matches that was over 90 degrees or 85, which is like 30 degrees, 28 degrees here, was really, really strong. So, it's about being aggressive in the right moments. It'll be about managing the mentally what the fatigue will be, and then making sure that the players that we bring off the bench will be ready to go. So this, I think, is a moment where 5 subs, if we use them the right way, can be really impactful and helpful into the match.
And just finally for me, Jesse, the 49ers were there in force last weekend. Have you had much discussions with them, and what's their opinion of what's happened this summer and how things are?
Yeah, I mean, I would say Andre and Parag had a really good talk with the team last week, Friday. I always, when it comes to the way I think about ownership, I always like having the energy of the owners around the team, because I think when they see the passion of the owners, they realize that they're not just investors, but they're teammates. And so I think that's definitely the case with Andrea and when the 49ers come. And so I think they're really good people. I think they're really supportive of Andrea. and they have a really good relationship with him, and there's real symmetry to how we do everything. They are not as much a part of the daily routine of what we're doing here as a team and as a club, but when they come, for sure they're still a big part of our family. So yeah, that's how I would describe that.
Thanks, Jesse.
Yeah.
Hi, Jesse. Brendan Harrison made a fantastic start to his Leeds career. Is he still claiming the goal? How's he been this week?
Yeah, he's still claiming the goal, yes. Which, if you look at it, I do think it hits him in the leg, so I don't know if they want to change it or whatever. But, yeah, I think Brendan showed his qualities and in a similar way that he showed them all preseason. Speaking to all the new players who hadn't played in a Prem match yet, they all acknowledge the fact that the level is very high and the demands are very high, but they all enjoyed the challenge. And Brendan, I think, is one of those. So, you know, physically managing the game, the pace of the game, the demands, tactically being sharp and clear and committing to the match in all ways will continue to be a challenge in the games in this league. But all four of those guys, including Brendan, and I've already spoken about what a good learner he is and how adaptable he is, but I think all four guys are going to get better and better. And that's the goal for the entire group and the team.
It's your first taste of a transfer window here in England in the Premier League. Is it different from abroad? You're linked with thousands of names, it seems.
Yeah, I would say, listen, everything here, the media attention is 10 times what it is at most places, right? Which lets you know it's important. It's important here. But for me, it's about just having a plan and then working with the people in the club and the ownership to execute the plan. And I'm thankful that Andrea has supported our ideas so heavily, and I think that also the discussions, the challenging of each other, the finding a way to come to exactly what we agree what the plan is, and then executing the plan has been at the highest level that I've been a part of. So I'm very, again, thankful. Because I know one thing I don't like is when they say my transfers, right? They're our transfers. We work through this together, and I know it seems like they're mine because some of the players have played for me before, but please don't print that. Print that it's the Leeds United transfers, and it's the leadership of Leeds United that are making these decisions. And I think that in that case, why I think it's important is because every transfer, every player has varying success. Some come in and have a really start really well and continue so. Some take a little bit more time. But it's really important that in the process that there's no one person that's responsible for any success or failure based on anything that might happen, and that we give every player and every decision a chance to thrive and succeed the best that they can. So you have to be a team player in this business, and I've appreciated the fact that here, working with Andrea, working with Victor, and with Angus, that we are really close and really aligned with a lot of things.
Will there be more before the window closes?
I think we've done, I would say this, we're always actively thinking. We've done a really good job of acting early and then giving these players the best chance to integrate as smoothly and quickly as possible. And it now puts us in a position where, as we're starting our season and evaluating our performances, we can look more carefully at exactly what we might need moving forward. So I think that we are being very aggressive in evaluating what's out there. And then, again, I said this after the match, really trying to find the right fit. More than just adding a position or a number or a player, really trying to make sure that every decision we make is the right decision.
Hi, Jesse.
Hi.
Yeah. How much difference does it make getting that first 3 points in the bottom of the first game in terms of going forward, and what would it be like to get 6 already out of 2 games in terms of a platform to launch from, and compared to last season?
Yeah. Well, the 3 points was, I think, really important for the guys to feel the positive momentum and energy and be validated for the work. It also, for me, allows us to be a little bit more critical and to really make sure that we're looking at what things were good, what things we need to improve on, which we've tried to do, and then to see if we can apply that at a high level again at Southampton. And the goal will be to just even regardless of results, try to move ourselves forward in every moment, in every match, and every week. So I think we did that well in preseason. I think Wolves was a much better representation of where we're trying to move our team in terms of tactically and style of play and everything, but there's still so much work to be done.
And Dan James will also be back again
Yeah.
next weekend. How's he, and how much of a boost is that for you to have him back? You could have quite a few options in terms of looking out wide now and what you might do about it, you don't know, and things like that.
Dan played 90 minutes in the 21s game against Derby, and I thought he played well, and so he's fit, he's strong, he's ready to go. I think it'll be a big option for us to have him come from the bench. So that's a guy that's 100% ready, and I think that's the role that we'll use him in for this weekend. And then Dan will continue to integrate, and we'll find moments for him to be also on the pitch from the start, because he's a really important player for us, has a lot of flexibility and quality, and so excited to integrate Dan more and more. And we tried to get the balance right in preseason where he was with the first team in some matches, but also to give opportunities for other guys to work toward being prepared for the first match. But now, I think Dan's ready. Yep.
Hey, Jesse, quite surprising to hear that Stuart Dallas is out in the pitch, moving about a bit. So we don't get carried away. Can you give us some context as to what that means?
Yeah, I think it's much too early to start talking about the prognosis and a timetable for Stuart. But any of you who know Stuart know that his energy and his positivity and his personality is so amazing. And the way that he applies that even to this situation, like you see him suffering when he's got the electrodes on his legs, cranking it as absolutely high as he can, and he only knows how to go 1,000%. And so I think he's learning a little bit how to manage this, because injury like that can go up and down, but he's been still a big presence in the team. He's here every day, and he wants to be around the team as much as possible, and he still has such a positive impact on the group. So yeah, I think because of all of those personality traits, it gives him a really good chance to come back as good as ever. So that's what we're all pushing and hoping for.
Yeah. On the 21s there briefly with Dan, of course, Matteo Joseph got a lot of head last week. Can you give us more information on Matteo?
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Kind of tiring just getting up
Matteo
and
has
walking about.
developed a lot since I've been here. He understands pressing, and he understands how to play with intensity. He also has quality and goal scoring knack. So because of his intelligence, because of his quality, and because of his adaptation, he has potential to be a really important player here. So I think
you should go inside now, bro.
Match obviously is a big statement.
Get a bit warm.
But I think I think the 21s are built to have a good season, and I think Scoobs is doing a really good job with them. That's what we call Michael Scubala, so that everyone knows that's Scoobs.
Fucking Scoobs.
He's done a good job already. I think he's been eager to learn from what we're trying to achieve here, and I think the work and, the symmetry of us and what we've done together, we've had a really good start. Yeah.
Why do you walk that way? In. Oh, don't act daft, fucking cunt. Just get in house.
I wouldn't, I mean, obviously I've said a long time that we've been evaluating for the right striker. So, but Patrick being fully fit obviously helps us in that area. We also have some flexibility with, Rodri can play there and Dan can play there at times. But yeah, I mean, I think that we know that we have to add, we have some good, again, with Matteo, who we just spoke about, with Sonny Perkin.
Why? Why do that shit? Well, why?
Download Puzzle Page and enjoy new puzzles every day, delivered straight to your phone.
The beauty of this app is that you have all the puzzles in one place.
I don't have to
All the puzzles in one place.
I played every day. Finding words keeps me so focused. Even my mom is already hooked.
There's so many puzzles in
So download the free app today and enjoy new puzzles every day with Puzzle Page.
Gotta watch them adverts, mate, if you want some perks. Fucking adverts.
Of the decade. Remember the 80s? We're still there.
Oh, fuck you, game. Fucking hate Candy Crush, mate. Fucking cunning fucking game. Fuck you. What a bitch of a game. Pardon me. What on earth is this song? Can't listen to this shit anymore. Fucking Gert Vixter. She's a fucking psycho, she is. She's a fucking nut job. She's happy as Larry 1 second and then fucking raging next. She's a fucking weird one.
You know, the club are heavy and they do work together, and that's better. That is better. So all these people that say like, oh, you know, Jesse, and if it don't work, we're gonna have to rip it up. I think, you know, okay, he may have put some forward, but ultimately the club will have come together and decided and said, right, okay, this is what we're gonna do. And then obviously I liked how Phil here posed the question, and he went, I'm gonna ask it a little bit differently, and said, do you see any areas that we're light? Obviously trying to pull out of him, you know, for him to turn around and say, yeah, we need a striker, or yeah, we need a left back. It was quite interesting. He didn't mention the left back whatsoever, but we know the club's stance on that anyway. We know that the club never wanted a left back. They've seen Firpo's being that, and then are happy to use the players that are underneath him, although they're not natural left backs. They're happy to do that. We know that anyway. The rhetoric changed obviously when Firpo got injured. But now that he's ahead of schedule and the transfers are working well, then the Strauch as an option is working well. Then that means they're not going to dip him for a left back. But he did discuss the striker, right? He did discuss the striker, and he said we're evaluating the right striker, but Patrick being fit helps us. Now remember, I did tell you. You don't have to believe me, but I did tell you the only way I see the club doing business is if something drastic happens, i.e. someone of Rafinha's quality becomes available for like 70 million, then of course they're going to do that. Yeah, of course they're going to do that. If something amazing comes their way, they are going to do that. Or if Leeds started the season poorly, Bamford gets injured or isn't firing, then of course they'll go out and attack a striker. That's why I keep mentioning Shea Adams. It looks to me, if we get to the end of August and we have a decent points return, we won't do anything. I don't think we'll do anything. Those that do, that's your opinion, you're entitled to that. But he was key, again, mentioning Rodrigo, mentioning James as other striker options. He also mentioned Joffrey as well. And then he even went a step further and said, we mustn't forget we have young players in the squad as well, like Mateo Joseph, like Sonny Perkins, and we mustn't suffocate them in their growth, right? Okay, you can buy into that and be like, yeah, that's the right ethos to have, etc., and maybe it will be. But he spoke about needing the right age profile, and he said with the striker, it's not so easy, you know what I mean? So what he doesn't want to do, so say, for example, if they'd have gone all out on Cali, then that stunts the growth of Sonny Perkins, of Mateus Joseph coming through, etc., because he is only 20-year-old. And then he's spending money on Joseph, you've spent money on Perkins, will they get an opportunity? Do you see what I'm saying? So then that's where I'm more akin to thinking, okay, well, Martin Terrier at 25, but then does that stunt the growth of Joffrey, etc., etc.? So these are the things that they're looking at. You want my opinion? I've given you a number of times. I'll reiterate, the club will only do some business for me if Bamford breaks down, and they'll go for a striker, and they're not even looking at a left back. Obviously, we've been linked to Kai Wagner, and that. I'm happy to be wrong, but that's my opinion, you know. It's clear to me that the club are yes, of course, they will assess the window, of course. That means that's all right. Like, they're going to say that. Of course, they're always active. You are always looking for options. You have to. Like, it's all. Let's say, for example, even now, like, they know, say, Newcastle's interested in Harrison. The club have said categorically he won't be sold, but if Newcastle tomorrow came in with 50 million, he won't be sold. So they have to look at other options. They're always doing that. So when they say they're active in the market, of course, they've got to be. If you're not, you're stupid, because if a bid came in for a player and you wouldn't have no contingency plans, then you're up shit creek with the paddle, right? You know what I mean? But I think the only way Leeds push a button on a striker is if Bamford breaks down. Otherwise, we won't do anything. I've said that to you, and I think I'm right.
Which is a possibility, mate.
That's fine. I stick my neck.
With injury he had last season.
There's still...
It could fucking reoccur, mate.
Some out there saying that they think we will do a deal. But
and if it does, we're in shit again.
I don't...
Just like we were at the end of last fucking season.
We missed out on Callum Mwendo, who was available.
It'd be safer having a decent backup, a decent contingency plan, mate, rather than just fucking
not to do that.
crossing your fingers and hoping that it doesn't happen.
Stunt the growth of maybe Joffrey. He's not suited to our style as well. Just for me, different opinion. Everyone will disagree, but you know how I feel about Shea, because he's very similar to Pat in that respect. He could do a lot of what he can do, but we won't talk about that because I don't think we'll do any business anyway. And again, we'll only do it if the right opportunity arises, which may happen, or if Bamford breaks down, but we'll have to wait and see. But it was key when he was pressed on it, where are the areas you like?
As soon as that window finishes, Bamford will get fucking injured.
He also threw in Rodrigo and James again, and Joffrey.
That will be fucked.
Not ideal for me. Obviously, Joffrey is, but not really Rodrigo and James, in my opinion. And then even went that step further and mentioned Mateo Joseph and Perkins as well, and not stunting their growth, but they won't be near the first team this season for me. Because on Mateus Joseph, he was actually asked about Mateo Joseph. Let's have a little chat about that, just to segue over to that, because obviously he scored 4 goals last week, and you know, naturally some fans like say he's ready and that, but we need to
there's a baby
these players, you know. And he was asked about that, and he said, look, he's developed so much. and understands pressing so much more since I've been here. He's a great quality finisher, which was shown by the 4 goals, and he has the potential to be a good player here. But, you know, he said, we have to understand the 21s will have a good season, i.e. poured water on him being anywhere close to the first team, and that I agree with that. For me, let these players grow. Let's not rush them. Let him grow. There's a massive step up from, you know, under 21s, under 23s up to big man's football. You know, so let these players grow for me. Let's have a chat about the current state of the squad as well. I was quite I was almost overjoyed actually to hear you know what we will, I guess, what we're going to do. Just finally as well, sorry I missed the question that he was asked on any more deals, and he mentioned about being active. I know I've touched on that previously. He mentioned that they've done their business early. This is a key point as well, which I made to you about if we do well during, you know, this month of August. He said we're evaluating the performances and can see what we need moving forward. We're being aggressive in evaluating the market, but we must get the right fit. Of course they're doing that, but for me, again, it comes back to evaluating performances. If Leeds get through this month having got 15 points, we said that a couple of weeks ago, and they've done well and they've performed well, and everyone's fit, they won't be active for me. They'll assess the market, of course, but I don't think they'll do anything. So that's your sort of like transfer roundup. Yeah, it's going to be quiet. I think it's going to be quiet. Now, on the team news, Forshaw, Sinistera, and Cooper are all available this weekend. Massive, massive plus. Increases the quality of the bench. He did say Sinistera will play minutes as well, which is really, really good. So he's going to get his debut. But just on Forshaw, Sinistera and Cooper, I asked you guys actually, should Cooper come straight in? Because 73% of you have said no. I understand that thinking. Do we think he will though? Like if we think about how Jesse speaks about Cooper and how, you know, he's the club captain, etc. Do you think he will come back in? If he is 100% fit, I think he probably will bring him in. Whether or not you agree with that decision, that's up for debate. I like to see continuity. I would like to see that. And if that means Cooper's going to play less minutes, then so be it, because he's going to break down during the season. But you know, I do really, really like Cooper, and he gives us that extra bit of leadership back there as well. With him being the club captain, there's a big chance he comes straight in. So that's one to watch for on Saturday, one to have a mull over. If he is available and 100%, I think he will bring him in. Forshaw's a great option. Remember, you know, I remember those that watched the watch along and saw like the disrespect towards Click, and he changed the game. There's so much disrespect that goes to be around Adam Forshaw for me. Adam Forshaw is going to be great for us, especially if we're down at Southampton. I was going to call it the Dell then. What's it called these days? St Mary's, isn't it? The Dell. That is that's bad. Retro vibes. But if we think about Forshaw, if we are winning that game and 10-15 minutes to go, whenever he uses the substitutions, he is so press resistant. He's going to be able to keep us ticking over. Even if it is sideways passes, it ensures that Leeds United keep hold of the ball. So I think he's great as an option. And of course, Sinistera as well. He said he's going to play minutes. He's not going to start. He's not 100%, but it's great that we're going to see him, you know. Junior, Thurport and Ayling are still a couple of weeks away. And he did mention that Dallas is back on the grass as well, which is another positive and something else that will be in the club's thinking when it comes to the left back. Because they don't want to buy a left back who, let's say, for example, Thurport smashes it. It's a big if, but if he did, then they've got a left back that's surplus. Because when Dallas comes back, he'll be used there as well. Sean Healy came in with the super chat and said, put Coops in beside Llorente, because Llorente gives a lot of free kicks away. With Ward-Prowse free kicks, it'll be a danger. Good point to make. I wouldn't swap him, like, for Koch, though. For me, Koch's the number one centre-back, so it'd have to be Llorente that'd drop out. But thank you for your super chat anyway. But we'll talk about the preview on the morning of the game. But you're right, James Ward-Prowse, it's all more... You meant Koch, is that why you retracted it? There you go, alongside Koch, yeah. But Junior and Ayling are still a couple of weeks away. Dallas is back on the grass again, part of the thinking when it comes to the left back. Still no timetable on him yet, but obviously they don't want to buy one and then in January be stuck with too many left backs, you could argue. Although he's not a left back, is he? I mean, he's a right winger by trade when he came in, and he was poor at that. I have to be saying that. He was under Uwe Rosler. But great as a midfielder, can do a number of things. And he's like our James Milner, isn't he? He's like our James Milner. Just on Sinisterra, he was asked how he was looking, because obviously he's only played 12 minutes in pre-season. He did say that he sort of dialed down on the injury. Listen, I'm not a physio, I'm not a doctor, but he said the hamstring injury was from contact, so the recovery is very different to non-contact, i.e., you know, again, not physio, people might be laughing at me here, but if you're running and you pull off the ball, it's almost worse than when you get it done by contact, if that makes sense. Because it's always interesting when you watch games and they go, oh, he's gone down and there was no one near him, you know what I mean? So basically, because it was from contact, I'm assuming that recovery is very different and therefore can come back quicker. He did say he's been looking fantastic, and it's a big possibility he plays minutes. He also touched on the fact that now that we've got the Carabao Cup game, which of course was confirmed that we'll play Barnsley in the Yorkshire Derby.
Fucking Barnsley.
He said we've got 5 matches in 2 weeks because of that now. So
Fucking
when you have the Carabao
Barnsley,
Cup, 5
bro.
matches in 2 weeks, and I like that because not because of the packed schedule, but because of the depth we now have in the squad. So that means someone like Sinisterra will start during these games, you know, because they'll have to move it around. That's why I'd like another option for Paddy.
I can eat toilet.
You know, that's why I would like another option. But someone who can do similar things for him, and that's why I'm big on Shea, but it is what it is. But because you can't expect Paddy to start all the time, and can Joffrey do what Paddy can do? Yes, he knows where the goal is and that, and I love Joffrey. I prefer him off him slightly. I like Bamford because he can bring up play. That's just my opinion. People will disagree, and that's fine because football is full of opinions. But we will see, you know, churn of squad. You know, he's much more adverse to using the squad as opposed to what Bielsa was. It was the same 11 week in, week out, and you could time the substitutions by your watch. But I think we're going to see minutes for Greenwood, we're going to see minutes for Joffrey, we're going to see minutes for Somerville, and I'm excited by that, you know, because we have a good core group of youngsters that are coming through. So the fact that we'll play as many matches in such a short space of time. Now, he touched on Southampton as well, and it was quite interesting because Adam Pope mentioned Llorente's comments, and apparently I don't know when Llorente's spoken. I don't know if it was to BBC directly or whatever, but he said Llorente mentioned that he doesn't want a repeat of last season. So the lad's thoughts are there on that Southampton performance. If you remember, it was one of the worst of the season. So poor. So I guess the players are like, you know, we need to show these people, right? We need to show these people. Dan, just on the transfer rumours, we touched on it right at the start. I don't think we'll do any business. That's my thoughts. And Phil here did say Pedro, Sa and Mata, they're all way wide of the mark. They're not even in the conversation. So there you go. Please do tickle the like button as well if you haven't already. So smash a like, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course hit the notification bell. So yeah, we were so poor against Southampton last season, and Jesse said basically we've assessed Wolves, we've had a look at what we did at Wolves and spoken about what we can do better and bring that into Saints, and he said the mentality is there to improve. And if you remember yesterday when we did the midweek fix, I mentioned about one of my negatives was Christensen. Yes, he had a great performance. And people say that, oh, he's made one error. Why he's so negative? No, it's just to earmark 1 point in the game because I think he was over-exuberant, you know? It's them sort of moments where they'll look back at Wolves and say, right, how could we have stopped this goal being conceded? Right, Christensen, next time, you know, you're not in Austria now. These are top-class wingers. Neto's a top-class winger. Let's not be as gung-ho, you know, don't dive in kind of vibe, which he almost did without going to the floor. They always say, don't go to the floor, don't dive in. Don't be so, you know, gung-ho in trying to volley him into the stands because these are tricky wingers. And these are the sort of things that they'll look at and say, right, okay, if Southampton are going to go with their back five and you've got Gineppo, you've got Kyle Walker-Peters, they've got pace or whatever, let's not be, you know, diving in them scenarios. Just give them a little bit of room. It's all these little things that you can, you know, make little increment gains on, right? Week on week, you just improve, right? It's quite interesting watching the all or nothing Arsenal thing because you see that, you know, you see that behind the scenes. That's why I like that sort of stuff, you know. They were chatting with Ben White, sitting him down, saying this is what you're doing, this is what, etc. Yeah, you know it works. So they'll be doing all that. He did say he knows it's not going to be easy. He mentioned the heat as well, which is a viable thing to discuss because we're not used to this. heat, and obviously there's a heat wave over the weekend. So he mentioned about managing that as well. And I think, you know, as much as I was against this 5 sub rule for such a long time, because it just does improve the top sides, it still does that. But what I've seen under this manager is it's actually going to benefit Leeds United, because we can go in spurts, change it up, go again. And we're going to have to do that at the weekend and manage that heat. You know, because he mentioned obviously playing in the MLS in the summer. The heat is insane, much hotter than it is in England. Of course it is. And he says, I've got experience in managing that, having played in it. So I know when to make the right moves in the right moments. And again, it's key to that 5 sub rule, right? And he said, we want to keep momentum and we'll try come away with something. If that's the point, it's still good in it, but I think we'll get all 3. I do. That's my thought process. Just to double back, sort of transfer talk, I don't know, is it? He was asked about the 49ers, obviously they were over at the weekend, and he mentioned that Parag and Rads had spoken with the team, and he liked that they did that. He's very big on that sort of stuff, Jesse, isn't he? He's leader, and man, we're all going in the same direction, all that sort of stuff. He did say, though, they're not as much as part of the day-to-day. Why would they be? I know that's sort of Radrazani and Orta's shtick, but he said when they do come over, they're part of the family. It will be interesting to see what happens when indeed this takeover happens, if indeed it does. I'm not too sure. I think Radrazani keeps on until he gets as close to Europe so he can pocket the most cash. But listen, that's fine, because that's up to him. I'm not having a go at him for that. What I would wish they would do, though, you know my thoughts, is when they come together, he said we probably could do with the striker and maybe a left back, but you know, we digress. He was asked specifically about Brendan Aronson as well. Of course, for me, the man of the match. You could shout Melier as well, but from an outfield player's perspective, I thought he was the best player on the park. He was asked if he was still claiming the goal, and he said, yeah, man, he's still claiming it. I don't think he's going to get it. If you watch the match of the day once, I don't think he actually did get it. But yeah, it is what it is. He hasn't got a goal. He hasn't got a debut goal. But he did have a great debut and showed these qualities. He did say all the new signings, and again, this comes back to the chat we were having with Christensen, etc. They'll have sat down and maybe had a chat with the coaching team, and they said every single new player acknowledged that the level is so high, so high, and they all recognised that they need to be on it at all times, you know. And he did say all new signings will get better. We need to be mindful of them adjusting to that, because obviously it's okay doing it for one game in your first step, but when you've got to play 38 games in such a short space of time, can they maintain that level of fitness and physicality over a season? We know how tough it is to manage in the Premier League, so that's something we need to be wary of if indeed we do see any drop-offs at any point, and be mindful of that when actually critiquing the players, you know what I mean, because it is their first season in the Premier League, and it's rock hard, right? Now, when we spoke, he was asked about the first win of the season. We know Leeds United, we only got 4 wins at home last season. 4 wins at home. It's mad, really, when you consider it, because I listened to the Square Ball and they said, if you think about it, since our return to the Premier League, fans have only seen 4 wins at home, because we weren't in the first season. That's quite bleak when you think of it like that. But he said, look, so happy we got the first win. It's getting that monkey off your back. It breeds momentum. It breeds confidence. On the reverse,
So what,
for
the sick
example, like
papers are
Wolves
rolling
had a
up.
poor end to the season.
Cool,
They've
yeah.
continued in that vein. Southampton had 1 win in 14 when you consider last season. So again, they're on the downside. If we can further compound that, it's great, right? He said getting that first win helps you to be more critical, though. And I understand his thought process and thinking behind that, because if you can say to a player, it's like when you're telling them things during the week and it's not coming off. It's like the Bielsa method, right? You work to the bone, but you know you're seeing results. When it started to fall off, the players started to question it. We're not doing the right thing. You know, it's not working anymore. So I understand what he's saying in terms of being able to be more critical, because you can say, look, we did this, you did 75% of what I asked and you got a result. If you do 100%, we'll take it that bit further. Do you see what I'm saying? So he said, we will try to move forward at every point and carry it into Southampton. There is still so much work to be done. It's all about making them increment gains, isn't it? Them little step-by-steps, and by the end of the season, we can find next season we go on. He was asked about Dan James as well, of course. Obviously, Dan James is back. He was suspended. He did say Dan James played 90 minutes. We knew that last week against Derby in the under-21s game. And he said he's a big option from the bench. I think we'll remain unchanged. Yeah, I think we'll remain unchanged. And that's fine as well, because the players that got the result against Wolves deserve to start. Actually, no, I don't do it, because I'm thinking about Cooper. All depends if he's 100%. If he's 100%, I think he starts.
All right, mate. I'm sick of hearing it now.
80,
You can talk about it forever and a day, mate. What you say won't make any difference whatsoever. So fuck off.
Yeah? I was looking out for you. Instead, you let everyone just fucking rule your life. Like him. Don't you get it yet, Colin, you dense twat? You even treating your mum like shit today. No, I'm not. She's even just messaged me saying, I don't understand what's wrong with you today. I've already said it multiple times that it's winding me up. You going on about, you know, having everything, you know. Colin, I still don't have any money. That money would have gone on food instead.
Okay. May as well just watch.
What do you mean I don't have money? Shut up. Don't need to. I've not asked for any money. I'm not paying nothing back. I can't afford to. Fucking fag.
I know how you feel, mate. I'm marking some shit up.
Shut up! You're stressing me out. Fuck me, I want peace. I'm smoking a cigarette with a filter. Right, shut up, Colin. $71 viewers. Yeah, you do. He does answer me in a nasty way. He does, yeah. Yeah, making small stabs at Gert to make yourself feel better, yeah. No! Them aside, you should respect me no matter what, Colin. Oh God, Colin, stop with all the fucking so-called big man talk when you ain't no big man. Colin, they're saying the truth. They're saying the truth. Colin, stop with your violent talk and grow the fuck up at 50 fucking what? 4? Oh, fucking. Colin, grow up. You're talking to a woman there. See, he would slap he would literally be violent to any woman. He was to me. I had a lot more from you, actually. Yeah, see, Colin projects. He doesn't want to remember the fact that he did more to me than I did to him, so... It's a girl, yeah? A woman. So you'd... What? You'd slap a woman around, would you, Colin? Slap a woman around, would you, Colin? Oh, he would. If the woman slapped him, he would slap her about. Woman beater. He's a woman beater, then. I better not live with him again. Basically, I better not live with him again. You know, no point. It would just turn out the way it was before. He'd be violent, you know, slap me about, as he did. Punching me, kicking my ass in a corner between the door and the fucking chair. You know, do you know what I mean? Loads of fucking things. I grabbed his bag once, and then he pulled me back, hurt my spine on the wooden bit of the bed, and then punched me, winded me, and so I let go of his bag, because I didn't want him to leave, right? No need of violence of that. Do you know what I mean? That is the lowest of low. That is a violent man. Oh, Colin, I'm gonna get off video. Forget this. You're just full of mouth. You think you're some big man when you're not. You just look at the boobs on him. Yeah, see now hide. Oh look, they look bigger now. He's hiding his boobs. Yeah, fat. You know, you think you're some big man, you're not. Shut up.
What the fuck?
Fuck it, I've hung up on him. Fucking swat.
What the fuck? Oh my fucking days.
Oh, shit. You actually managed to get the goods out of there? That takes balls. Well, now, it's more than I asked for. Not bad.
Yeah, fucking hell. Da-da-da-da-do. Bollocks.
Okay, welcome. Alan Plumber again. Job today is one that comes quite often. You get it quite a lot in a lot of houses with these type of taps. Now, I don't know if you've ever experienced this one where the tap...
Shut up.
Hocus pocus. Bam.
Here's Johnny.
You know. Ow. Here's Johnny. Lawnmower is right in front. fuck it, I'm gonna flip back to my other account if they ban me, they ban me.